Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we're doing a good old-fashioned get ready with me using my Shop My Stash products. I don't think I did one for last rotation, or did I? I don't remember. It feels like it's been a long time since I've done a get ready with me, so we're just gonna chat about makeup, about life, all that good stuff. Now the palettes that I have for this rotation are right here. I didn't bring my singles palette here because I didn't think I was going to use anything from it. So the two palettes that I have are the Beauty Bay Wilderness, and I also have, if I can pick her up, the Odin's Eye Elva 2. Now I do want to do something a bit more green. I do want to play with some greens to match my newly dyed hair. I was thinking maybe some oranges too, like either green or orange. And I've recently did a look with this palette using the greens in here because I've been using these non-stop. And actually, this is kind of a spoiler for the Shop My Stash that's being uploaded. But y'all, look, I've hit two pans in here. There's a baby pan there and there's a slightly bigger one in that. Those two greens are my favorite greens in my collection, like these shades of greens. Fucking love it, and I'm so happy that this palette has pans in it because this is one of my absolute favorites. I love Elva too. And you can see the dip in this shade as well. I've got some good dips in this palette. I think though I will be using Wilderness today because I do want to use the shade Moss. I swatched it right here and I was like, oh, that's exactly the vibe that I want to go for. Maybe like a green winged look. I did a winged look with this palette recently and I really enjoyed it, so I think I might do that again. I think I'm gonna start on my eyes first because if you watched my previous video, my palette bingo with this palette, you know how it went. You know the pain. So how has everybody been? I am curious to know. Recently, I mentioned in one of my Get Ready With Me's that life was just too much. And right now I'm kind of in a better space. Things are still not that great, but you know what? I've got my jobs that I absolutely love and I'm trying to focus on that because like I find that the problem I have is that like in order for me to prevent my thinking, this sounds so weird, in order for me to like, the best thing that I found for my intrusive thoughts and my anxiety and my OCD tendencies is to just constantly keep myself distracted. And my jobs have really been helping. Like I've got my day job part-time and then I've got Rain Cloud Candles, then I have makeup. Like I feel like I'm constantly working in order to cope with things, which is not the best way to cope because I have burnt myself out many times doing that. And I kind of burnt myself out on makeup recently because I was like, fucking hell, I was so like, I was so overworked that like, the last thing I wanted to do was put makeup on my face because then I was like, oh god, then I have to take pictures and then, I need to do something different, which is like, no one's putting this pressure on myself except for me. I feel like some of you may relate to that. Now I think I'm gonna do like a nice like green wing with the two darker greens in this palette, like these two right here. And then maybe use a bit of lime as well. Oh, I really want to use lime. Would moss and lime work together? Oh, they actually really do work together. I think this is the color story I'm gonna work with. Not this shade that I swatched. I think those four is what I'm gonna work with today. And yeah, I've just kind of been very sensitive as of late. More sensitive than normal because of everything going on. I'm gonna go in with the shade Ivy from Wilderness and start a wing. Also, you may notice, got hair dye all around here. I dye my hair at home with my mum. I say with my mum. My mum does it for me. She's a willing participant. We're gonna do something like that. I'm gonna try and do a similar shape to the look that I did in my palette bingo, but make it better. But yeah, recently I've been really preoccupied with Rain Cloud Candles. I'm working on the Autumn collection, which the problem is, I remember I actually tweeted about this. Follow me on Twitter if you want to hear my random brain vomits on occasion. But I mentioned on Twitter that one of the hardest things about owning a brand is the fact that I want to show everything right now, because no one is stopping me. That's the thing. You can do anything and nobody will stop you. I mean, anything within reason, obviously, but like, I really want to show off the autumn collection, like, right now, but I'm still waiting on perfecting the final scent and also getting the labels for that scent. So like, I don't want to show the collection when it's not ready, but like at the same time, I'm really fucking impatient. The cheeky thing is that they're all behind me. They're out of frame, but they're all right behind me. So it's even more like, oh god damn it, I want to show. But I don't want to be that brand that shows things too early and the release date isn't too far ahead, because I personally don't like that. I don't like when a brand shows something and it's not going to be released within the next week. Like, that bothers me. So I'm going to try and not do that, but bro, it's difficult. I do want to do a get ready with me where I answer your questions for Rain Cloud Candles. I think I did ask some questions on Instagram and I do have them saved. But if you have any questions for Rain Cloud Candles, leave them in the comments down below and I will gather them and answer them in a video, because I think that would be quite fun. And I do want to do a video kind of themed around my brand and, you know, everything going on. And maybe giving you like a studio tour and a like make candles with me type vlog. Because even though I am a makeup channel, I do want to incorporate a bit of Rain Cloud Candles in there. Okay, so these wings are not the best, but we're gonna smudge them out a little bit. We're gonna do a smudgy wing situation. So I'm gonna go in with, what's this bitch called? Leaf? Leaf. I'm gonna take a bit of that and smoke it. Oh my god, bro. October is next week. I feel like September just flew by. Like, it's just madness. Absolutely wild to me that spooky season is upon us. I mean, it has been upon us. Like, as soon as September hits, I'm like, okay, spooky time, but it's like officially spooky time, you know? And that's kind of crazy to me. I do want to do Halloween themed videos, but like, I have no fucking idea what to do for them. I do have some looks planned that I want to do. Like some spooky looks, and I think I'm going to dabble in a little bit of special effects. And by little bit, I mean using fake blood. That's it. I don't have the time. I wish if I gave myself more time to prepare, I would have like learned how to do like different special effects things, because like I love special effects. I've always wanted to get into it, but I've just never gotten around to it because it's fucking difficult. It's really difficult, and I really want to eventually get good at it. I think that's a project for when I have more time though, more time and energy to spare. Yeah, we're gonna do like a smoky green thing. It's gonna look a bit shit until it gets better. I want to challenge myself today and just kind of layering Leaf and the dark shade Ivy a little bit. But yeah, I've just been working on Rain Cloud Candles. I cannot wait. We are working on international shipping. I'm going to be starting to ship to some EU countries very soon, which is very exciting. Fallout flicks away so much better when you don't have any base makeup on. Like, I don't get how people that have their base on first flick away any fallout, because it's difficult, man. Maybe this is going to be all matte. That'll kind of slap though. Okay, in order to do the bottom bit, I need to do my face. So I'm going to be using the Honest Beauty Matte Primer. It's a decent primer. I've nearly finished it actually. And also, ooh, I haven't mentioned this yet. I mentioned it on Instagram because I use one of the purchase trackers thingies, which is really fun. Really good to call yourself out. But I am going on a no-buy until December, or at least halfway until December. Now my reason why, I was gonna make a dedicated video on it, but then I was like, that video would be 5 minutes long and I feel like it's a bit pointless, so I'll chuck it in this one. I'm going on a no-buy until like end of November or early December. I haven't decided. Around then, basically because of, I want to prepare for Rain Cloud Candles like autumn collection and the Christmas collection, like the December one, the winter one. And on top of that, I am getting 2 tattoos. Well, technically 3, but I'll talk about that in a moment. I have a tattoo appointment in mid-November, and I also, like literally like the other day, booked another tattoo appointment for end of December, or like mid-December. And I'm really fucking excited because it's with two of my favorite artists. The one in November is going to be 2 lavenders on my chest right here, which I'm really excited for, but I'm also really nervous because like I only have 3 tattoos and all my tattoos are on my arms. Like they're all here. I don't have anything like anywhere else. So I'm a bit nervous because chest is quite painful, but like at the same time, like I'm gonna look so fucking cute that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Pain is temporary. Cuteness is forever. And then the one in December, I'm gonna get a snake on this arm, done by the same artist that did this one. And the lavenders are done by this artist as well. So I'm really excited for the snake one as well, because the snake, the head is gonna be on my wrist. How fucking cute is that? Oh, bro, I love snakes! And basically, because tattoos are quite fucking expensive, and also rain cloud candles, I want to put any like extra funds that I would normally like spend on makeup and other fun things like video games. I was gonna say going out, but I don't really go out anywhere. I go to a coffee shop with my mates and that's about fucking it. Also, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Eye Brightener. Concealer. This is real good shit. This is good stuff. And not to mention that in Christmas time, I want to buy gifts for people. So like, I just want to, it's just going to be an expensive few months. So I don't really want to be buying any more makeup. And also I don't need any more makeup. I do have a couple of things on their way to me in the mail. Like I did buy the Sugar Pill Fun Size 2 palette from Beautylish, and that should be here soon. And I also bought some singles from Glamonatrix, like their new Easter bundle. Fuck, I put on too much concealer. Oh no. This is fine. So because of that, I want to go on a no-buy, a replacement only no-buy, because I do need to buy some more of my Milani eye primer, a new mascara and a new face primer because I'm running low on all 3, and those 3 categories I literally own one of each. However, I feel like I'm gonna find it a bit challenging because even though I don't really want any new makeup, because I personally log how many times I use each palette for this year, and there are so many palettes that I still haven't touched yet, and it's kind of overwhelming, so I don't want to buy any more palettes. But at the same time, so many brands are releasing their like Halloween launches, and I love Halloween. I love spooky season. It's my favorite thing. And these Halloween launches, like, I know that a mutual friend of mine, Georgie, she has a brand called Chaos Dirt, and they do single shadows, and they're based in the UK, which is like, naturally, I'm so interested in UK based indie brands, especially because like, you know, easier access to me. And she had released a Halloween collection. I'll put a picture right here, and oh my god, it looks so gorgeous. Like I haven't tried Chaos Dirt just yet because they launched, I believe, last month or the month before. I don't remember. Time has no meaning to me anymore. Everything's just blurred together. But yeah, they did their first launch, and at the time I bought too many eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadows. I was like, no, I'll buy it eventually. I can wait on it. But like, I really want to try Chaos Dirt. Let me know if you've tried Chaos Dirt before, because like I want to try them so bad, especially that spooky collection. Like, I don't know if Georgie is gonna watch this video, but like, Georgie, congrats. Like, I want to try your brand so bad. It looks gorgeous. Halloween releases get to me. I know that Pretty's For Your Face is doing a Halloween release, and I've never tried them before, so I really am interested. Some others, I'm gonna guess, are gonna do Halloween launches, and like, I want to try them so goddamn bad. So bad. But I must stay true to the no-buy, because I know that I'll be mad at myself if I break my replacement only no-buy. I'm just taking a bit of Ivy and putting it underneath. This shape is giving me major, like, me when I was 14 vibes. I need to do a video called like recreating the makeup that I did in high school. I know it's such an old trend, but I never hopped on it because like while the trend was happening, I was literally in high school. But I had a signature look and it was kind of like this, except not with eyeshadow. It was all black. I was a proper little emo. Been wearing winged liner for goddamn years, since I started wearing makeup. Which granted hasn't been that long, it's only been about like 6 years? But yeah, now I'm taking a bit of that leaf shade and kind of layering it on top and smoking it out a little bit. So I'm gonna find it very difficult to resist these spooky releases, but I have to resist, I have to resist. I've always wanted to have like a Halloween tattoo. Like, you know how some tattoo studios, they do like Friday the 13th tattoos, or they do like spooky themed tattoos for like October. And like, I really want to get one, but I'm like, bro, you're literally getting 3 tattoos in 2 months. Calm your farm. And tattoos aren't fucking cheap, mate. They're expensive, boys. I'm just taking a bit of that shade Snow from the palette and blending out the edges. See, this eye is looking quite cool. This eye's a bit dodgy, but it's fine, you know? I don't think I'm gonna add sparkle. Actually, yes, I am. I'm gonna take what's it called? Lime, the sparkly shade. And I'm gonna take that on my angled brush. And I'm just gonna apply that on the inner portion. I just shoved a bunch of that in my eyeball. So if any of y'all have ever attempted like a solid replacement only no buy, please let me know how it goes, and please, I could accept any tips. Honestly, I really hope the Halloween collection from Chaos Dirt isn't limited edition, because otherwise I will simply cry. Cry on my floor, and then just pat a little bit of that leaf shade on here in this kind of area. I think this look is so pretty. I can't wait to pick out the next stuff for my Shop My Stash, because like, I'm gonna pick out all of my grungy palettes. I think I'm gonna pick out some palettes that I mentioned in my previous, my favorite makeup for autumn. I think I'm gonna pick out some of those palettes. Oh, I'm really curious to see what horror movies are released this year. I'm not a big fan of like modern horror movies, in all honesty. Like, not many of them are that inspiring. Most of them are the same, like, family move into house. Family realize that they get fucked by spirits. Family dies. Or stuff like that, which I'm not like a big fan of. Like, I feel like the horror genre has gotten a bit fucked the past, like, I don't fucking know. Like, everything's like a remake. Everything's just a retelling of a story, or continuing like a long-standing franchise that like needs to die. Like, if I see one more fucking Friday the 13th movie, I'm going to scream. Because it's been done to death, it doesn't need to be done again. Although that being said, a few years ago, when was it released? A Quiet Place. I haven't seen the second one. But I really want to watch A Quiet Place 2. Not seen it, but the first one, bro. It was more thriller than horror, but I still do love me a good thriller. Fuck me, that movie. It's so well done, so well made. Cried like a little baby at the end of it. And I shan't spoil if you haven't seen it before. And I need to watch the second one. Now that movie is one of the few like modern horror movies that I was like, bro, this is fucking gold. Could the blend on this be a bit better? Yes, but I also think that I've been looking at my look for far too long. So I think everything just looks a bit wrong. But I actually really like this look. I think it looks so cute. Bronzer. I feel like I've been yattering on at you for so long. How long have I been recording for? Half an hour, bro. I've been recording for half an hour. I'm gonna use my Becca Bali Sands bronzer. Did y'all see the tea with Becca being moved into Smashbox? Like, some select Becca products are now going to be sold at Smashbox exclusively. Like, I was gonna say, why didn't Becca just say, look, we're gonna be closing shop, but you'll still be able to buy some of our products at a different retailer. See, they could have done that, but at the same time, they wouldn't have had people panic buying backups of their stuff on sale, so like, I guess they wanted a quick buck in the short term, which are honestly not surprising. But yeah, my thoughts on Becca being sold at Smashbox. I mean, I don't really care about Becca in all honesty. The bronzer, this bronzer is my second one of it. This is great. This is good stuff. This is my favorite bronzer in my collection. I'm gonna be getting the Nabla Ambra bronzer to replace it because I do want to try something new because I've used this same bronzer for like 2 years. Okay, we're nice and bronzed. My forehead looks a bit dodgy, but that's because of the hair dye and nothing to do with the bronzer. And for blush, I think I'm gonna use Rituel de Fille Delirium. I think that's gonna look really pretty. I love these Inner Glow Cream Pigment blushes because these work really nicely on top of powders, and for me, I don't really want to change my routine for a product. Like, yes, you should use cream blushes before applying powder, but like, I'm oily and I ain't changing my routine for something. Like, you're not that special, mate. And this reminds me a lot of the Fenty Beauty blushes. I think I'm gonna use a mix of this blush and my CoverFX blush, because while I do love this rusty tone, I do want to kind of make it a bit peachier, so we'll use both blushes in my Shop My Stash. And I don't think I'll take any across my nose, because I kind of want to make this more like lifted and kind of like sultry. So now I'm going to layer on top of that with my CoverFX Soft Peach blush. Really like this blush a lot. I think it's my favorite like subtle. It's not really subtle though, is it, the way that I apply it? But it's such a good peachy blush. We're just gonna layer that on top. And I'm just using the matte shade in that side. And then, because I don't want to be super blush today, I'm just gonna diffuse the edges with a little bit of face powder on this tapered brush. I use this brush for everything. I use it for face powder, blending out edges, all of that stuff. I think that's really pretty. I need to do some waterline liner, so I think I was about to put this in my waterline. No, ma'am, this is a pen. Okay, that is chaotic. Okay, I think I'm gonna use a mix of these two. I'm first gonna use the Linda Hallberg Car Mood Crayon. I believe Linda Hallberg have changed their name to just LH Cosmetics, so there's that. I'm gonna whack that in me waterline. I'm just kind of using what I have. Do I think that this is the best, like, eye pencil formula? No. I think the LA Girl one is better and cheaper, but you know, I'm just kind of using what I have. That's kind of the aim of my channel. This is not sticking to my waterline here. No, it's literally coming off. What? It's applying and then it's lifting. What? It applied fine on this eye. Oh, now it's not. Okay, hold on. Alright, that's not really working, so I'm gonna use my LA Girl Gotcha Shockwave liner. Oh, see, look, that's so much better. Don't know what happened to that green one. I'm just gonna put this in half of my waterline. I'm gonna leave the inner portion of my waterline blank. There we go. See, always count on LA Girl. I do want to get more of these liners. I really, really do, but I think I'll wait until I finish some other ones before I get new ones. Okay, we're almost finished. I need to do mascara and freckles, highlight, and lips. But first, for my inner corner, I'm gonna use the shade Ray right here. It's a beautiful duochrome. I might use that as my face highlight today, actually. I haven't used it on my face, and it looks gorgeous, and can't speak. That happens to me all the time. I stumble over my words so often. But the face highlight in my Shop My Stash is the Juvia's Place Tribe in Volume 3, and we can see the beautiful pan on that. I mean, look at that. I basically use this every single time I've done my makeup in this Shop My Stash, and it's the only highlight in here, so I think I'm gonna use Ray instead, because I do want to try, I haven't tried it before and I want to try something different. So first, inner corner highlight, magnificent. This reminds me a lot of a shade that was in the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. I don't remember the shade name actually. I was gonna tell you, but I was like, I literally don't fucking remember. I used to own the Tribe palette, but I decluttered it because it expired. And I find that when Juvia's Place palettes, when their eyeshadows expire, they expire, like it's bad. Like so patchy. It didn't smell, but like nothing would stick to my eye, and it was a few years old, so I was like, okay, this has definitely gone bad. But this shade reminds me a lot of the shade in that palette. Actually, this Wilderness palette both reminds me of the Melt Vida and Muerte palettes, and also the Juvia's Place Tribe palette. So there's that. I know Amy Loves Makeup, she did a video comparing this palette to the Muerte and the Vida palettes from Melt that were discontinued, like they were holiday palettes. Even more of a reason why this palette is beautiful. I love this palette, bro. I'm just so confused why Beauty Bay make their 20 pan palettes limited edition. Like, dude, these are like your best palettes. Why are they limited? Maybe that's why they're limited edition, because they're so fucking pretty. But this shade Ray is oh, I really like this look actually. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do my makeup today, but I feel really good about it, man. And now I'm gonna take that shade Ray on this brush. It's a Zoeva 134. Love this brush. Gonna take it on that brush lightly. I'm gonna tap off the excess because I'm not too sure how blinding this is gonna be, or if it's even gonna apply well, but that, oh yes, that is so gorgeous. You do have to tap in the pan very carefully because these, this shimmer formula from Beauty Bay is like kind of squidgy, so kind of have to be careful when you tap your brush in. Wow. It almost reminds me of Kaleidos Laser Glazer, but without the rose gold undertone. Like similar vibes. Because the base is fairly neutral, it just works. Ooh, that is pretty. Just gonna tap over that with my brush. Yes, I'm a big fan of this look. I'll do freckles and mascara off camera, but lips, I have a lot of glosses. All glosses in this Shop My Stash. So we have Odin's Eye Water Lily. We've got Kaleidos Dramatize, which I love. I love all of these. And two Fenties. So Water Lily could work. Water Lily, this is a weird color because it's quite like a reddish tone. And sometimes it doesn't really work with everything. Like, I don't think... It's a bit too red for this look, I think. I think I'm gonna go to Fenty Glow, this beauty. I think I'm gonna go back to her because she is gorgeous. I know I wore this lip gloss in my last video, but can't. This is my second one of these. I love this gloss color. Okay, I'm gonna real quick go off camera, do my eyebrows, lashes, and freckles, and I'll be back to summarize this. Okay, so this is the final look. If you are curious, for my brows, I use the NYX Brow Glue. Love this stuff. It's super amazing. For freckles, I used my Kimchi Chic Fake Freckle product. And for my mascara, I'm using the NYX Worth the Hype mascara, which this is drying out. I need to replace it. But anyways, this is the final look. I am a big fan of how this turned out. I think it's super, super pretty. Very like, very grungy, but also like cool. Like, I feel cool. Every time I do a winged look, I feel badass. No wonder why I did them all the time when I was in high school, because I just wanted to feel cool, man. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know if you've tried a no-buy before. Let me know how it went, and also just how are you doing? I'd like to know. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then you can follow me on my Instagram. It's beautyybyskye right here. I post all my looks there, and I'm active on there every single day. If you'd like to support me further, I do have my own business, raincloudcandlesco. We make vegan, cruelty-free, handmade candles in the UK. And because I mentioned it earlier, I kind of just want to show you a little sneak peek of what's to come at Raincloud Candles. I'm covering the name, but this is one of the labels for one of the scents. We're gonna be launching our autumn collection very, very soon, so follow us on IG for updates. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I had to show you something, you know? Had to show you something. Please don't be mad at me. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.